Most people don't realize just how much control they have over their own energy. They wake up, go through the motions, react to whatever life throws at them, and never stop to question why some days feel effortless and others feel like they're trapped in an invisible force field of negativity. The truth is, your vibration, the frequency at which you operate, determines everything. It controls your mood, your thoughts, your ability to manifest, and even how people respond to you. And while most people drift through life unaware of this, a small percentage have figured out the secret. They don't leave their energy to chance, they engineer their vibration with precision. There are 5 habits that can shift energy instantly. These aren't surface-level tips or feel-good affirmations. These are the practices that separate those who live in flow from those who struggle. And if you master them, your entire life will shift. But before we get into them, here's something to think about. What if your energy has been the reason behind everything you've experienced up until this moment? Every opportunity, every obstacle, every person who's entered or left your life, what if it all came down to the frequency you've been broadcasting? The first habit is intentional energy recalibration. Most people wake up and immediately surrender control of their vibration. They check their phones, flood their minds with notifications, absorb negativity, and let external influences dictate their state. High vibrational people do the opposite. They start their day by tuning their frequency before the world has a chance to interfere. They don't wait to see how they feel, they decide how they feel. Before checking messages, before consuming anything external, they engage in practices that set their energy on the right path. Breathwork, meditation, movement, or even just sitting in silence, these moments define the frequency of the entire day. The reason this works is simple. Your first thoughts in the morning create momentum. If you start in a low energy state, you will unconsciously attract more of that vibration throughout the day. But if you begin in alignment, that energy builds and compounds.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lesson.
The second habit is energetic detoxification. Every single thing you consume, whether it's food, media, or conversation, carries an energetic signature. Most people clutter their frequency with low vibrational inputs without realizing it. The shows they binge, the news they absorb, the people they engage with, it all affects their energy field. High vibrational individuals are ruthless about what they allow into their space. They don't consume negativity for entertainment. They don't engage in gossip. They don't keep relationships that drain them. They curate their reality with precision. If something doesn't elevate them, they remove it. This isn't about being positive all the time, it's about refusing to be a dumping ground for low-frequency energy. The third habit is emotional transmutation. Most people resist their emotions. They suppress anger, ignore sadness, and avoid discomfort. But energy cannot be destroyed, it can only be transformed. High vibrational beings don't run from emotions, they use them as fuel. Anger becomes power. Sadness becomes depth. Frustration becomes clarity. Instead of reacting impulsively, they pause and ask, what is this energy asking me to do? Where does it need to go? They move their bodies, channel emotions into creativity, and use discomfort as a compass for growth. Instead of being controlled by emotional waves, they surf them with mastery. The fourth habit is vibrational embodiment. Most people think they need external proof before they can feel a certain way. They wait for success before they feel successful. They wait for love before they feel loved. They wait for abundance before they feel abundant. But reality mirrors your internal state. High vibrational individuals become the frequency of what they desire before the evidence appears. They don't just visualize success, they step into the energy of success and carry it like a frequency wherever they go. One of the fastest ways to shift energy is through radical energetic embodiment. Most people try to change their beliefs through repetition, but the most powerful shifts happen through experience. If you want to embody confidence, do something that forces you to step into confidence now. If you want to embody abundance, give freely and feel the energy of overflow now. If you want to embody success, start carrying yourself like the most successful version of you now. The people who elevate their vibration instantly don't wait for the perfect time to act, as if they become that version of themselves in this very moment. Most people never realize that their entire reality is a reflection of the energy they hold. They think life happens to them, but in truth, life is responding to them. Every interaction, every opportunity, every setback, it's all mirroring the vibration they are broadcasting. And yet, most people don't pay attention to their energy at all. They live on autopilot, reacting to circumstances, absorbing whatever energy is around them, and never stopping to question why certain patterns keep repeating in their lives. The people who operate at the highest levels, the ones who seem to attract success, love, and abundance effortlessly, aren't lucky. They have mastered the hidden frequencies that shape reality. They don't just hope for better experiences, they generate them. They don't wait for external conditions to change before shifting their energy. They change their energy first, knowing that the external will follow. This is where most people get stuck. They try to change their lives through action alone, but action without energetic alignment is like trying to move a car with no fuel. They hustle, they push, they force, and yet they still feel stuck. That's because they are operating from the wrong frequency. They are trying to create abundance while vibrating in scarcity. They are chasing love while vibrating in loneliness. They are working towards success while vibrating in doubt. And they don't realize that the frequency they hold determines what they attract, no matter how much effort they put in. The ones who rise instantly, the ones who shift their reality almost overnight, are the ones who understand that energy leads, action follows. They don't just focus on what they do, they focus on who they are being. Most people live in a state of energetic contradiction. They say they want success, but deep down, they don't believe they deserve it. They say they want happiness, but they hold on to resentment and past pain. They say they want freedom, but they are addicted to comfort zones. And they wonder why nothing changes. The people who break free from stagnation don't just change their habits, they reprogram their entire energetic blueprint. They identify the frequencies they have been unconsciously operating from and shift them at the root. They don't just think differently, they feel differently. They don't just act differently, they vibrate differently. One of the biggest mistakes people make is thinking that they need external proof before they can feel a certain way. They wait for success to feel confident. They wait for love to feel worthy. They wait for money to feel abundant. But reality doesn't work that way. Your external world is a delayed reflection of your internal world. If you wait for proof, you will always be chasing. The people who move fast, the ones who seem to quantum leap, are the ones who become the energy of what they desire before it manifests. They don't wait to feel successful, they embody success now. They don't wait to feel abundant, they vibrate in abundance now. They don't wait for external validation, they validate themselves now. And because they hold that frequency with certainty, reality has no choice but to catch up. Most people struggle to raise their vibration because they are weighed down by energetic baggage. They carry past failures, old identities, limiting beliefs, and emotional wounds that keep them locked in low-frequency patterns. They try to move forward, but their energy is still tethered to the past. The ones who shift their reality quickly let go of what no longer serves them with zero hesitation. They don't stay attached to old versions of themselves. They don't resist change. They don't hold on to relationships, habits, or mindsets that drag them down. They release anything that is not aligned with their highest frequency, knowing that letting go is not loss, it is making space for expansion. Another reason most people stay stuck is because they operate from logic alone. They try to think their way into a new reality, but frequency is not intellectual, it is experiential. You don't shift your vibration by analyzing it. You shift it by feeling it into existence. This is why most affirmations don't work. You can say, "I am abundant" 1,000 times, but if your body is still vibrating in fear and lack, nothing will change. The people who raise their vibration instantly don't just say the words, they embody the energy behind them. They don't just think about abundance, they generate the feeling of abundance in their body. They don't just visualize success, they embody it. They walk, talk, and move as if they are already living in their desired reality. They don't operate from a place of lack, they radiate the energy of already having what they seek, and that energy pulls opportunities toward them like a magnet. The fifth habit is energetic non-attachment. Most people cling to identities, outcomes, relationships, and fears. They grip so tightly that they create resistance, blocking the natural flow of life. High vibrational beings understand that attachment lowers frequency. They trust movement. They let go of what no longer serves them. They don't force, they allow. They don't chase, they attract. When something isn't working, they release it with confidence, knowing that letting go makes space for something better. They don't fear change because they operate from a place of trust rather than scarcity. Now, take a moment and think, which of these 5 habits are missing from your life right now? And what would happen if, starting today, you fully embodied them? Most people block their own vibration by clinging to control. They think that if they just plan more, strategize more, or work harder, things will finally fall into place. But the highest vibrational beings don't operate from control, they operate from alignment. They don't try to force outcomes. They don't micromanage every step. They don't obsess over timing. They move with certainty, knowing that their energy is doing the heavy lifting. They take action, but they do it from a state of flow, not resistance. They trust that when they hold the right frequency, the right opportunities, people, and experiences will align effortlessly. The biggest difference between those who rise and those who stay stuck is energetic consistency. Most people fluctuate. They feel high vibe one day and low vibe the next. They are confident until something goes wrong. They are abundant until a bill comes in. They are happy until someone upsets them. Their vibration is unstable. The people who maintain high energy do not waver. They hold their frequency no matter what. They don't let external circumstances dictate their energy. They don't react emotionally to every challenge. They don't collapse under uncertainty. They are unshakable. And because they hold that level of certainty, reality bends to meet them. Most people spend their lives reacting. They react to their environment. They react to their emotions. They react to other people's energy. The ones who create extraordinary realities generate their own energy first. They don't wait for the world to change before they shift their vibration. They shift their vibration first, knowing that the world will rearrange itself accordingly. This is the difference between those who struggle and those who thrive. Those who struggle think, once I have it, I'll feel it. Those who thrive feel it first, and then it comes to them. Right now, in this moment, you have the ability to shift your frequency. You don't need anything external to change first. You don't need more money, more success, or more validation to feel high vibrational. You can choose to step into the frequency of everything you desire right now. And when you do, reality will shift in ways that most people would call impossible. But it's not impossible, it's energy. And those who understand how to master it, master everything. Most people never realize that life is not happening to them, it is happening through them. Their energy, their frequency, their vibration, it is the foundation of every single experience they attract. And yet they move through life unconsciously, reacting to circumstances, letting external events dictate their internal state, and wondering why they keep experiencing the same struggles, the same disappointments, the same cycles over and over again. The people who break free from this pattern, the ones who seem to move effortlessly through life, aren't lucky. They have cracked the energy codes. They have figured out that when they master their vibration, reality bends in their favor. They don't waste energy reacting to every little thing. They don't let temporary setbacks lower their frequency. They hold their vibration steady, no matter what is happening around them. And because they do, life cannot help but respond to their certainty. Most people operate on an emotional roller coaster. They get excited when things are going well, and the moment something goes wrong, they spiral into doubt, fear, or frustration. They live in a constant state of energetic instability, and they don't realize that this very instability is why they keep experiencing inconsistent results. The ones who operate at the highest levels don't let their external reality dictate their energy. Their bank account doesn't determine their sense of abundance. Their relationship status doesn't determine their sense of worth. Their circumstances don't determine their confidence. They decide how they feel, and they hold that frequency no matter what. This is what separates those who struggle from those who thrive. Those who struggle keep waiting for proof before they believe. Those who thrive believe first, and that belief becomes proof. There is a reason why some people seem to attract opportunities effortlessly, while others feel like they are constantly chasing, constantly grinding, constantly struggling to make things happen. The ones who attract effortlessly are not lucky. They have simply mastered the art of holding the frequency of what they desire without slipping into doubt, impatience, or fear. Most people sabotage themselves because the moment they don't see immediate results, they lower their vibration. They start doubting. They start questioning. They start overanalyzing. And in doing so, they disconnect from the very energy that would have brought them what they wanted. The people who manifest with ease don't do this. They decide what they want. They align with the frequency of already having it, and they trust so deeply that their energy never wavers. And because their energy never wavers, reality has no choice but to catch up. Most people don't realize that time is an illusion when it comes to manifestation. They think that what they want is far away, that it will take time, that they have to wait. But time is not what creates results, alignment is. The people who shift reality fast are the ones who collapse time by stepping into the energy of already having what they desire. They don't sit around waiting. They don't hesitate. They don't question whether it's possible. They become it now. They walk, talk, breathe, and move as if it is already done, and that certainty pulls their reality into alignment faster than logic would ever allow. Most people don't do this because they are addicted to their current vibration. They are addicted to their fears, their doubts, their limitations. They keep telling the same old story, and they wonder why nothing changes. The people who rise fast let go of the old story immediately. They don't entertain thoughts that contradict their vision. They don't speak about their limitations. They don't identify with struggle. They shift their identity instantly, and because they do, their entire reality shifts with them. The biggest energy leak that keeps people stuck is resistance. Most people are constantly resisting life in some way. They resist their emotions. They resist change. They resist uncertainty. They resist what they cannot control. And all this resistance keeps them locked in lower frequencies. The highest vibrational beings don't resist, they flow. They don't fight their emotions, they process them and move forward. They don't fear uncertainty, they embrace it as the space where miracles happen. They don't try to control everything, they trust in their energy so deeply that they know things are always working in their favor, even when it doesn't look like it in the moment. And because they don't waste energy on resistance, they have more energy available to create, to expand, to elevate. Most people don't understand that the universe does not respond to what they want, it responds to what they are. They can want success all they want, but if they are vibrating in doubt, in fear, in scarcity, they will keep manifesting struggle. They can want love, but if they are vibrating in unworthiness or insecurity, they will keep experiencing lack. The people who get what they want don't just want it, they become it. They vibrate at the frequency of the reality they desire before it shows up, and because they hold that frequency, the external world rearranges itself to match them. This is why some people seem to attract love, money, and success effortlessly, while others struggle for years. It is not because one is more deserving than the other. It is because one has mastered their vibration, and the other is still waiting for the external world to change before they do. Most people stay stuck because they don't realize that their mind, body, and energy are all connected. They try to think their way into a higher vibration, but they are still carrying old emotions in their body. They try to take action toward their goals, but their subconscious beliefs are still holding them back. The people who elevate instantly don't just change their thoughts, they change their entire being. They rewire their subconscious. They release stored emotions. They move their body in ways that activate higher frequencies. They don't just sit around visualizing success, they embody the energy of success in every cell of their body. The fastest way to raise your vibration is not just to think differently, it is to become different. If you want to be abundant, start living in the energy of abundance now, even before the money shows up. If you want to be confident, start carrying yourself with confidence now, even before you feel it fully. If you want to be successful, start showing up as the version of you who already has everything you desire. Most people wait until they see results before they shift their energy, but the ones who understand how energy works shift first, and that shift creates the results. Right now, in this moment, you have the ability to change your frequency. You have the ability to step into the energy of the life you want without waiting for anything external to change first. You don't need more money, more time, or more validation. You don't need to wait for the perfect circumstances. You don't need permission. You just need to decide. Decide that from this moment forward, you will not operate from fear, from doubt, from limitation. Decide that you will hold the frequency of success, abundance, love, and power, no matter what. Decide that you are done playing small, done hesitating, done waiting. Because the moment you decide, truly decide, reality will shift in ways that most people would call impossible. But it's not impossible, it's energy. And those who understand how to master it, master everything.